Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to the beta save with Brighton. Better than Potter? No, we're not, but we do have a chance to actually complete what we need to complete and finish mid-table this season, set the border on side, and definitely keep us in the job for next season. First thing I'm going to do in this episode is actually start on my profile. I've got a contract till the end of next year, so I do feel like just by staying up in the league, the board probably would not sack me and give me a year to rectify it. But at the moment, they are disappointed with what has gone on in the Premier League this season. However, there is a world where we do finish mid-table on the final day. Since we last met, it was a disappointing result against... going Fulham. Was it we lost 2 on the Fulham? Was it 3-0 to Brentford? It was 3-0 to Brentford, I do believe, was when we last played. Since then, we haven't lost in 4. We played Newcastle, we won 5-2. We drew to Palace in a game that we were very good in as well. We played the Diamond against Palace, that looked good. And then against Liverpool, it wasn't particularly great, but it is what it is. We're 1-0 down. I went to a 4-2-3-1 based on the 4-3-3 that we've been using. Scored 2 goals, looked good. And then Oxlade-Chamberlain scored in the 94th minute when we went defensive, trying to get a famous win at Anfield to really kickstart our year. I then decided to play 4-2-3-1 there against Spurs. Got to half-time, we're 1-0 down, basically switched back into the Diamond just before half-time, and 2 different ways. So I switched from the Diamond to 4-2-3-1, bang, we come back against Liverpool, concede really late. I switch out from the Diamond, I switch from the Diamond into the Diamond against Spurs. Next minute, it turns it on, and we go bang. So, yeah, look, maybe lucky against Liverpool. Spurs, we absolutely dominated, so that's fine there as well. And as it sits, we're on 14 points. We're equal points with Newcastle. Fulham can't catch up, so the lowest we can finish is 16th, which is not great. But if you have a look, if we get to 46 points and results go our way, because our goal difference is superior than the teams in front of us, we could finish as high as 12th. And you can't tell me that anywhere between 12th and 10th to 13th is probably a mid-table finish. That's lower half, and anything above 10th is a top half finish. So if we can somehow even make one spot, the board might actually be okay, and hopefully we can. Now, on the final day, we do have Forest, but we need results to go our way. So we need Everton to draw or lose, and they, on the final day, are playing Manchester City, so that's good. It's really good. You got Wolves, who need to just lose in general, and they got Newcastle in an interesting game at home. It's a game that Newcastle haven't been great in this year, so I expect Newcastle to win, which probably means we can't finish any lower than 16th, which is pretty good, which means it's going to be 15th or 14th. Everton on the final day are a team that have a very similar goal difference, but they're playing Palace away, and Palace are currently fighting for a top 4 finish. So we are going to get straight into it. No ifs, no buts. And if there's any part of us that does get the sack after this episode or during this episode, you'll find out later tonight. I actually should have already left for work, but I want to get this out the way, and then I'll just get to work as quickly as I can possibly, and then off we go. Now, this team has played okay since moving to the complete wingbacks, which if you saw on last night's stream, links down below to come follow me live on Twitch. There we are. By the time I finished streaming with 3 games to go, I had Liverpool, Spurs, and this game against Forest to play this morning with my morning coffee while getting ready. It was apparent that we made a decision in the stream. It's 10:30, go to bed, rest up, and obviously as well, you're probably not going to get the sack anyway. So, played till safety last night. And of course, when I turned on this morning, we've got results. So, just how FM seemed to work. One day you play well, one day you're playing not. Every tactics forum I've read, people release a tactic. One guy goes, there was a guy with Villa in a 4-3-3 tactic going, this tactic's horrid, I'm about to get the sack, I've only won 1 for my first 9, and he won 2 in his first couple months, few months with Wolves and got the sack. And then another guy goes, you must be playing it wrong because he put in the same tactic. Both have holidayed, and the other guy's holidayed and he's 3rd in the league. So, for whatever reason, tactics and gameplay is very dependent on how FM loads up. So hopefully they fix that. In terms of the team, though, that is our best 11, I think. It's probably a case to play Webster. He's in better form than Dunk. But we are going to go with Webster too, because I think he's played better. Sanchez, Sotalo and Webster, Lamptey, Sacido and Estupian, Thuram and McAllister playing centre mid on attack. Something tells me this role isn't as good as it used to be. When I put him in the hole, he looks amazing, but I need Andreas to play, and I don't know where to play Andreas. Correa up top's been pretty good of recent time, and Danny Welbeck has had some chances of late as well. Now, look, we have to beat Forest. We beat them 5-0 in the league at home. They've got nothing to play for. We've got it all to play for in terms of our job. So hopefully we go out there and do the job. And yeah, hopefully we go out there, score some goals as well. We are going to go on key highlights. We are going to hopefully go out there and win. Fingers are crossed. And hopefully it just all goes our way. Definitely a case for a day where we're putting on later scores. I know it's not like we're fighting for Europe or anything, which we may have hoped of, at the start of this year, but at least a top half finish. Instead, here we are, and we're hoping, amongst hope, that we win, results go our way, goal difference superior, we finished maybe 12th. 12th would be the dream name. 13th, I would be, you know what? From where we were, I'll salvage that. Anything less than that, and I'm going to be like, it's been a really bad year. Anyway, Webster. Great ball to McAllister. Ball to Correa. Beats one. Has a shot that's deflected straight to Henderson's. Probably your highlight. And yeah, it's been interesting here so far. I think the games where I haven't dominated possession have been better than the games that I have in this system, but yeah, it's all about the press, because we press quite well in this diamond shape, which is nice. I still think stepping up has issues with getting played over the back, and centre-backs don't win headers and the ball enough, but it is what it is. Anyway, Salcido finds Sotalo, who has been pretty decent considering our poor form since coming in. Finds Webster, and the movement's getting a bit better in this system too, so maybe they just needed to learn it a lot. This second half of the year, they've been alright, but that pass there is what's killed us. The pass is on, we just need to find the feet of the striker, and we can't do it. And then playing out, we've been a little bit suspect, but that's a good ball. Finds a Stupian. Complete wingbacks seem to be very good at getting the ball in the box. Correa, down he goes. Should have been a penalty. Referee said no. Stupian wins it back. That ball to Welbeck is onside. I hope he is. And hopefully Danny Welbeck has put us 1-0 up against Forest. That would be nice. 40 was on, but I wasn't too sure, to be fair. Goal's been given. There we go. Should have been a penalty for sure. Wasn't given. In the end, we win it back. It's just very chaotic. Like, I don't think in any world Forest don't just get that ball away after maybe should have conceded a pen. Anyone's punting that. Move up to 40. We can move up to 14th or 13th, whatever. There are 44 points. Sanchez comes in claims, which we've conceded a lot of set pieces second half of the year, so that's nice. Hopefully, we go and play out and get a goal down the other end. Finds Webster. Webster now with a ball. Finds a Stupian. He goes on a run, finds Thuram, finds a Webster. Webster still going. A Stupian. Webster. Great ball. Andreas. Good touch. Danny Welbeck wanted it. Ignored. Falls to Welbeck, luckily. And there we go. Andreas' shot hit the post. Mercifully falls to Danny Welbeck. That's 2. 2-0 up. Beautiful. Always good to see. And in a good spot here. We're currently moving to 13th, which is where we want to be. A bit lucky. It's hit the post, it's hit Henderson, and then fallen to Welbeck. All right, we need to move from Forest to later scores. There we go. So we got Villa losing on the top there. Palace is drawing to Everton. We need Palace to get a... You would say, if we win and Everton draw, that's fine. As long as Everton don't win and win by more goals than what we win by. Considering Palace are still fighting for, I believe, a top 4 on the final day, definitely fighting to be in Europe. I know that. And then I would expect Palace to win with the results they've had this year. Anyway, ball gets headed away, but only as far as O'Brien. We have a habit of conceding, but we win it back here. We need a third. A third, and I'll relax a little bit, because I've seen us concede a lot. Estupian looks for Correa. Good speed, good shot, good goal, top bin. We lead 3-0. We are putting Forest to the sword. As much as I have good wingers here, I've got McAllister, who we need to get something more out of, because as a centre mid, doesn't probably do the business. I want to play him in the hole, but we need to play Andreas somewhere. We've got a good striker in Correa. There's some players that can play out wide, like Andreas can play out wide, McAllister can play out wide, youngsters that we got that can play out wide. I think this has to be the system next year. We just ride it. Okay, now there's been results going in everywhere. Wolves were leading, and that Newcastle pegged them straight back. That's good. And they're down to 10 men. Beautiful. Even better. Come on, Newcastle. West Ham are losing. Needed that. We're winning, obviously, so that's all that matters. Everton's still drawing. Fulham game doesn't really matter. Okay, so far, so good. So far, we're in a not bad spot to at least finish at a minimum 13th, and that is exactly where we need to be here on the final day. Hopefully, Newcastle can find another goal as they're playing against 10-men Wolves, because that would be important. Because if Wolves lose and we win, we could finish 12th. With a point, that would finish 12th. What a 45 minutes. We've blown them away. That's definitely our best 45 minutes away from home this year, but it's come against Forest, so we should be pumping. Liverpool are absolutely slapping up Southampton to getting relegated. Hopefully they going to sell a couple of people. McAllister, our most important player, is injured. That's not nice. Danny has not had a really good year, so we're going to go to that. I'm actually going to make him a little bit more just workman-like in the middle because we don't need to do anything crazy there. Tarum's not having the best of time, but that's okay. We're going to leave it as it is. And if we can somehow, I'm also going to get us off, get stuck in as well. I don't want any red cards here. If we can somehow get a fourth, I would start bringing on some of the kids. Because this is the thing, Richardson, one of our 5-star kids, can play up front. He's got 15 work rate, so he's not bad pressing forward. But at the same stage, he's much better out wide as an inverted winger. Now, Danny's been really poor. We'd only sign him for $1 million. We might be able to flip him for 15 or 20. Definitely tempted. Serge Aurier, Johnson, Bolly. Diakate, Bolly. Lengthy high like this, which I can't really afford because I should be leaving for work. This would be the latest ever left for work. But this game needed to be played. Awomi looked offside, to be fair. I think we're still at 3-0 here. I think they had a goal. This is going to be disallowed for offside. Yeah. Now, goal difference is pretty good, so 3-0's fine. Look, as long as we get 3 points, so hopefully we just don't ship goals here. That would be my worry, is shipping some goals right now. Because they're still in the game here, if they find one. Hopefully we find one. By the way, they're saying that whip cross is better than lower crosses. We will experiment with that next year. I didn't want to really change this tactic too much because we knew that we had to go into it. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. Anyway, they're starting to dominate. This has happened a lot to me this year, where teams are starting to dominate. I'm going to make some changes here. Palace are beating Everton, so that's really good for us too. Okay, I'm going to move the tempo into standard, time wasting, and I'm just going to move us into a little bit lower and a little bit more positive, but that's okay. Still going to do all of that too. I'm going to move us into wing backs here on support and just try and get us to just move the ball around a little bit. Get one of the youngsters in Jones in there and actually move into box to box. Danny can go in the Mazzala, and I will get Richardson in there for Welbeck. I know he's on a hat-trick, but we'll get him out there. That's fine. 66 minutes played. Maybe a bit early to bring the kids on. Maybe we're going to invite some pressure here. But we're just going to try and get through this game now. And just keep it, knock it around, be a little bit more slower with it. And really just try and probe. But I think it creates this problem where you get pressed out of it. So, yeah, this game ain't over. And there's the goal. I can feel it. I don't know if you watching can feel it, but I can feel us conceding a couple quickly. Wolves have somehow scored 2 goals with 10 men. Something tells me we're going to draw this game. Oh no. Let's go the other way. Let's go into that. Let's go into that. Oh no, don't you dare, game. We're so close to doing what we need to do this year. Don't you dare. I try to do the right thing. This game seems to want to be very, tactically minded and tactically tinkered. You're 3-0 up. This is the time you keep the ball and slow it down. Not fucking go concede 3 goals in 5 minutes. They're dead in the water. They're fucking dead last. How the hell are they coming back from 3-0 down on the final day, yeah? So, they score, I'm not playing Football Manager for the rest of the year. If they score, we're not playing Football Manager for the rest of the year because nothing makes sense. 5 minutes at a time. They got nervy as anything. I don't understand that. Logically, you're 3-0 up. This is the time where, okay, just kick the ball, knock it around, half movements, 100% passing, make sure you know where it is, really, really right. Get a guy, get a midfielder to turn and look forward. Nah. FM. Oh, wait, you're changing tactics at 3-0? Bang. Yeah, and if I don't change tactics at 3-0 there, we would have shipped 5. Because it's happened every year where we've been ahead, we get to the 60th minute, keep the same tactic. Last 2 games, I've gone and changed tactic around the 60th minute, and we've gone on with it. Oh, yeah, against bottom. Yeah, no. At least we won. Jesus fucking Christ. We'll keep the morale happy. But that's not what we wanted to see. That leaves a bitter taste in the mouth. How bad's the injury? It's fine. Where do we finish? Wolves won with 10 men. So Wolves play 80 minutes with 10 men and they win. Of course they do, so then they finish 12th. Look, we finished 13th. Couple points ahead of West Ham. We jumped to West Ham at least. There is no way. If you tell me Wolves get a red card in the first 10 minutes, we should go on. There's no way that if we had a red card in the first 10 minutes that we would have been whatever. But yeah, finished 13th. Board are happy. We've turned it around on the final day. We have been disappointed. The board's been disappointed with us for the most part of the year. And on the final day, we get it to finish mid-table and they're pleased and they're happy. We've salvaged it, ladies and gentlemen. We've salvaged it. We've gone on. We've got them happy on the final day. We get lucky with some of the results towards the end of the season. We've had a pretty good run in, right? Playing between the diamond and the 4-2-3-1. I don't have a clue what system I'm going to play next year. You let me know in the comments section. By the time this video comes out, I already would have been into next year. So if you want to see that, links down below in the for the stream and all my other content. More importantly, still get your comments down below. Let me know what you would play next year with Brighton. And maybe by the time this episode's come out, it's still early enough in the season that we can switch. Because I definitely stream a lot more than I do release the content. Anyhow, from Damo, everybody else here at Brighton, somehow we've had an okay year. Is it better than what Potter would have done? No. But at the same stage, a lot of managers would have got sacked from our position and found a way to nearly get relegated or get relegated. We've somehow held strong. And we've somehow, in the last month and a bit, turned it around enough to finish still mid-table, still make the board happy, and that's all that matters. Give it a like and subscribe.